Hey everyone, this is Matt, and in today's video I'm bringing you another Master Duel deck matchup in Diamond 1. This time I'm playing Floowandereeze. That's right, the bird deck that everybody hates. I'm playing it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a huge sucker for the Floowandereeze deck, not because I like Birbs, because honestly, like, I know some people out there are like really obsessed with birds. I'm not one of those people. I just think the art is really cute and like, pretty, okay? Like that's my one reason. And also it's a very straightforward deck to play, and it plays really well against a lot of matchups, right? Anyway, so in this matchup, I'm playing Floowandereeze. My opponent is playing the, I don't know what to call it, the Tenyi Yangzing Synchro Good Stuff deck, right? The one with Halq that brings out 9 pillars of the Yangzing. That's the one I'm playing. So yeah, so let's go ahead and play. I do lose the coin toss, so I'm going second. And if for those of you who wonder, oh, what's the deck profile, I'll put it out in the near future. Don't worry, there will be a deck profile. I made this deck mostly for fun. Honestly, Floowandereeze, until it gets the quick play spell, Advent of Adventure, is going to be relatively, it's not going to be at full power. So, anyway, Vishuda and Thing make Halq. Okay, bring out the O-Lion. I'm really surprised that, like, Master Duel has Halq, O-Lion, and Jet Synchron all unbanned. It's like crazy to me. Halq really needs to be banned. Like, it's just insane how many plays you can make with it. And it's like so free too. It's like one copy of everything you need. Anyway, so Danglong comes out. You get the 9 pillars. So my opening hand is not great. It's okay. I mean, Book of Moon is always good. So I'm actually. So this is somewhat of an old replay, so I'm actually currently running Book of the Eclipse, not Book of Moon, in my deck. So you'll see that in my deck profile later. But yeah, I've been playing around with Book of Moon / Book of the Eclipse, and I think Book of the Eclipse is the way to go. For reasons I'll explain in my deck profile. Anyway, we have a Baron, we have a bunch of BS, okay? We have a Chi-Shao, okay? Alright, we have a Baxia. By the way, this game is in Diamond 1. And I'm honestly gonna go out on a limb and say that this guy is not very smart, based on how he played with his negates and interruptions. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and draw, and I'm going to get the God draw. I'm going to actually hard draw the Eaglin. So this is great. So having Robina in hand was already enough to get my combo starter, but hard drawing the Eaglin gives me options, okay? So let's see how many interruptions I have to do with. I have Baron de Fleur, which is a negate, Omni negate, Chi-Shao, which is a monster negate, Draco Berserker, which is a quick monster banish, and then Chenging is also a banish. See, the thing about banishes against Floowandereeze is it doesn't really matter. Like, Floowandereeze don't care if their things get banished because they kind of want them to get banished. So I'm going to say that, like, these two aren't going to do much. The biggest concerns for me are, like, Chi-Shao, Baron, and, of course, he has the face down, 9 pillars of the Yangzing, right? So a lot of interruptions. So let's see how I'm going to play this out. So I'm going to open Pot of Duality, and for some weird reason, he's going to Baron negate this. It's like, why would you do that? Why would, like, this guy doesn't know what I'm playing, like, I don't know, it just seems silly to Baron negate a Pod Duality, right? But whatever, he's going to do that. And then I'm just going to play my second Pod Duality because this card says you can only activate 1 Pod Duality per turn, but Baron negated me activating my first one, so I can activate second. And he's actually going to play 9 Pillars of the Yangzing to this. Like, what the hell? I don't know, I don't get it. Anyway, so the cool thing about, alright, so now I'm going to normal my Robina, and of course he's going to change to Chi-Shao because that is the correct play. I mean, if Robina gets negated, you don't get to search a bird, and you don't get to summon a bird. So, so this here, this is a negate I agree with, right? I'm gonna chain Book of Moon. So for those who don't know, Chi-Shao negate, similar to Imperm and Valor, can only go through if the target stays face up. So if you flip it, if you quick play flip the target face down, the search goes through. So I'm gonna get Floowandereeze and Stree. So why did I get Stree and not the barrier statue? Stree is going to help me because I know that he still has 2 more monster banishes, right, available. And so I need 2 bodies on the field. So if I want to summon a big bird, I need to tribute summon with 2 bodies, right? So that means I need a 3rd body to take a hit, like to get banished, or like, to absorb the hit from one of these big boys, right? So I get Stree, and Stree's gonna try to banish the Denglung, and then he chains Chenging and banishes my Stree. However, banishing the Stree does not prevent Stree's effect from going off. It does not negate it. So I still get to summon again, and I'm gonna get my Eaglin. So at this point, I'm gonna chain. So chain link 1 Eaglin, chain link 2 Stree. I chain block and protect it from Draco Berserker. So if Draco Berserker chained, he would not be able to stop my Eaglin, right? Or like, even if it did hit Eaglin, like, I'm chain blocking, essentially, right? So I'm going to grab Raiza the Mega Monarch, and the reason for this should be obvious. I have a board of a bunch of annoying things, right? I need to get rid of this board. So I'm going to grab Raiza. I'm going to tribute summon this. Raiza is going to target Changing, because Changing is an annoying monster. Big attack, right? It lowers my attack, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. So I'm going to target that to spin to the deck. I'm going to target his crossout designator in the graveyard to also go onto the deck, right? So this means that his top deck is guaranteed to be crossout designator, right? And I'm going to spin Barone back to the hand. And then Eaglin will chain block that, so Draco Berserker can't do anything about it. Alright, so crossout designator is on top of his deck, and now I'm going to use Raiza, the Mega Monarch, to crash into Chi-Shao. Bam. Alright. So, check this out. So, assuming the card in his hand is useless, quote unquote, as in like he can't use it for anything, right? Because if he could, he would have said it, or he would have used it already. Basically, he's going to top out crossout designator, and that's not going to do anything because it doesn't hit any of my cards, right? And then he can swing into me for 3,000. I'll still survive, but guess what? Next turn, I have Stree, Eaglin, and then where's Robina? Oh, Robina's in the graveyard. So Robina's in the graveyard because I tributed Robina while it was face down. But it doesn't matter. I have Eaglin and I have Stree, right? And in fact, Stree can banish Robina, so I can actually extend into 3 small birds, right? And then from there, I can grab the M-Pen, and then he's just like toast, right? Actually, I should be able to grab both M-Pen and some of the Apex Avion. So, yeah, there's no scenario where this guy like can win the game with just his Draco Berserker. Anyway, so he's gonna go ahead and draw. He draws his crossout designator. He's gonna swing into 3K. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna draw a card, and I'm gonna top deck Pot of Prosperity, which is great because if I can Prosperity into Book of Moon, he's completely screwed, right? Because Draco Berserker is 0 defense monster, right? But I mean, there's just so many top decks I can go for, right? But he's just gonna scoop because like the game is over. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, I can probably even go into I could also just get the map, right? If not the Book of Moon. There's just so many things that I can extend from here. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this player, just like the deck he's playing, very brainless. Doesn't know what they're doing and just throwing a bunch of shit at the wall, seeing what happens. But yeah, Floowandereeze is a really good deck. It's not even full power, and I'm not even running Book of the Eclipse. Like, imagine if I had Book of the Eclipse instead of Book of Moon here. So for those who don't know, Book of the Eclipse, which I am running now instead of Book of Moon, flips all monsters on the field face down. So if I had chained Book of Eclipse instead of Book of Moon on my, after Chi-Shao, it would have flipped all his monsters face down, and then all their effects would be like just gone, right? I won't have to worry about them all. So yeah, Book of the Eclipse is like a board breaker that I really like running, and yeah, I think I'll be doing that. And as you'll see in my deck profile. So anyway, all right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.